Hey, what's up, Christian Network Marketers community? So today, in between my coaching calls, I decided to color. So my coach for Christmas got me this adult coloring book, the I Just Can't Even. And so I started coloring this page that said, I can't even. I don't know if that's mirrored for you or not, but I think it's kind of funny. And why? Because I'm trying to follow Jesus's role model here. So as I was reading one of my books on leading like Jesus, the next topic that came up was that Jesus rested. And why is that so important? So we pour into others as leaders or, from a sales perspective on a daily basis. And if we're pouring and we're pouring and we're pouring, well, what happens if our cup is empty? But something even worse happens when we're tired. Yesterday, I was tired during our team meeting, and I let a comment slip that I should not have let slip. And it wasn't that I meant anything by it, but it was just poorly worded and likely caused some overwhelm. And that was because I was tired. We are in a business, we are in a knowledge business. So, which means we're paid to talk, we're paid to listen, we're paid to think. And if we are not able to think, speak, or listen, it's really, really hard for us to do our job. And all of these things are impaired when we are not resting. So we could put 3 times the effort into what it is that we're doing and be half as effective, which will get us nowhere, because if we're super tired and we misspeak because of it or we're cranky because of it, that's going to impact our ability to lead. And as I was thinking about this concept of Jesus resting, I just wanted to give you some insights or thoughts on some things that might help you to get a little bit more rest. And I hope, just let me know if this is helpful in any way. I'd appreciate it. So I want it to be relatable. So number 1, boundaries. And I think boundaries with your family and with your team are important. So context switching is really, really dangerous. So that's jumping from task to task. And so what happens is every time you're interrupted on a task you're doing, you'll lose 20 minutes of productivity, brain power. Now, it might not feel that. You might be interrupted for just a minute, but the actual brain power of leaving that task and coming all the way back and getting back into flow, you can lose 20 to 25 minutes. So in order to be able to get more rest, we start with being more productive, stopping the context switching and letting our family know, here are the times that I'm going to be working. But at this time, this is when you can expect me to be done. And then we jam. I have a sign on my door on the other side that says, Dino working. My kids made it for me. And they know from the hours of 8 to 6, that's when I'm working. And that way it gives me an opportunity to rest. Now, the same thing can happen for your team. So when they reach out to interrupt you, you can say, hey, I'm right in the middle of something right now. Can I get back to you in 20 minutes when I'm done? And that is super helpful for productivity to allow your day to end when it needs to end. Another thing that I do that might be helpful is explain access. So I'm a business coach, and so I have a lot of clients. And I let them know, I have my one-on-one clients communicate via text, and I have my group coaching clients, that would be Facebook Messenger. So I know that if it's Facebook Messenger after hours, it can probably wait. It's a group coaching client. If it's one-on-one, then it's going to be text. So you may want to consider shifting your communication from one type of individual to another. That could be helpful for you. But I just let them know about my context switching and not wanting to do that. And I'll say, go ahead and text me anytime. My phone will be in my office when I go to sleep, so you don't have to worry about waking me up. But also, if I can't get back to you right away, just know I'm coaching. I'll get back to you as soon as I have a break to be able to get back to you. And that way I don't have that feeling of panic when I see a text come in that I have to respond right away, because I've set the agreement with my client that if I'm on calls, then I'll just get back to them at, when my calls are over. And that helps me to be able to have a little bit more rest. Another tip is to teach your mind to rest through basic meditation. So I highly recommend the app Headspace to just help train your mind to be able to let thoughts go without getting crazy. So I have a hard time going to sleep at night sometimes because my brain is always running with ideas or content or situations and stuff. I'm just like constantly re-strategizing. But because I started doing basic meditation a while ago, I can actually tell myself when I'm trying to go to sleep, like, Tasha, just rest, and it'll help me to fall asleep, which is really, really awesome. And this was achieved through the practice of meditation. So today, in between coaching calls, I have a slammed week. I was traveling last week and I have way more work than I need. So why did I take a break to spend 10 minutes coloring? Because I knew that my brain needed a little bit of rest in order to be productive in my next call. So it worked, because here's what happened when I rested for the 10 minutes I had. Normally what I would have done is jumped in and done this Facebook Live during that 10-minute thing and go straight into my coaching call with my coach, which ends up turning into my hour-and-a-half coaching slot, ends up becoming 2 hours because I'm tired and I'm kind of all over the place. Well, instead, I spent 10 minutes in my goofy coloring book, let my mind rest a little bit, and because of that, we were able to end my call an hour and 20 minutes in. So I actually saved 40 minutes of time by resting for 10 minutes before the call. And I just want to encourage you that we know that rest is important. We know that God created in 6 days and took rest on the 7th. We know that's important, but I wanted to just give you some practical tips to be able to get more rest throughout your day or inside your business so that you can make some adjustments on timing. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you found value out of these thoughts, and I will talk to you guys soon.